Welcome to the morning blessings. I am Tessa-Marie. How are you feeling today? Today is Wednesday and it's November 6, 2024. How are you feeling today? Hello, Stacy. Thank you for coming. I missed you. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for coming. How are you guys feeling this morning? Hello, Maria. Hello, my nephew. How are you guys doing today? Everybody's awake and fired up and ready to go. Hello, Colin Lamb. How are you feeling today? It's a beautiful morning, eh? It's raining though. Thanks, Stacy. It is raining but hot. Yesterday in Toronto, listen to that, guys, was the hottest November 5th since 1959, and it broke the record set in 1959. It was summertime, people had their shorts on, and it was amazing. So here we are, and it's 8 o'clock, so let's get the show on the road. Something is in my way. So yeah, don't go, I'm here, stay here. Okay, let's do this before any more silliness shows up on here. Look at our topic for today, eh? You're not the only one. It is not only you. It is not only you. You're not the only one. As you know, some of you might have heard me say, I had a seminar yesterday at the North York Public Library. And I left home I take the transit for that because I am at the lake and I have to go north and west. So, but you know, when an opportunity comes to speak, my favorite pastime that I polish every day so that I am the amazing speaker God made me to be. I love it and I know I'm good at it. So when an opportunity comes, you cannot have a skill or a gift and turn it down. An opportunity to speak. My job and my desire is to do that, speak publicly. So why would I say no? Because I caught the GO train like an Amtrak at quarter to 1, 12:43, and I needed to be there for 2, and I made it at 2. So I'm already south, but now I go south and west. And when I get south and west, I go north to get to that place. But I went, and it was a fabulous seminar. Of course, it was on making a sustainable financial spending plan. And the word sustainable on the spending plan is because what you can do in the money, in the various things. And it's not like a budget, so it puts you as number one. You at the top. Your savings is number one. All your different types of saving. The amount is not as big as your mortgage, but it's there. You're paying yourself first. You're at the top. Your saving is the debt you owe yourself. So I was asked to do this seminar. And from the seminar, I need to let you guys know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Blessing. The internet is dancing. If I didn't call your name, that is because I can't see you. How are you feeling today? Now, what we must remember is that everything that happens has a lesson in it. Everything that you experience or you observe, there's a lesson there. The lesson mightn't be for you, but the lesson might be for a child or a friend or you know how you say, I saw this and I thought of you. That is what it is. So when something happens or you're somewhere and an opportunity comes, you have to remember this. So let me tell you what happened. It was a fabulous seminar. It was an hour and a half, and I stood up for the whole hour. And I do not like talking and sitting, so I have to stand up. And it was in a fairly big room, so it was a lot of fun. So anyway, this morning I was in the garden around 10 to 5 or somewhere, no, just earlier than that, because somehow my body woke up at 3 today. So I just laid there and I did this stuff. Then I went. So I'm there and I'm saying, I don't have a topic for today yet. and I didn't bother, and I walked inside. And I did all of my stuff, and I still hadn't gotten a topic. And then I opened the phone because I had to send a message to a dear friend that I know she needed to hear me say, congratulations, how are you feeling today? So I did that. And as I was about to close the phone, something popped up. And what popped up, and you guys know I do not do the phone early. It's usually a message is like 10. But I needed to make sure that that special person got that special message today because I know something important happened for her. So anyway, as I'm closing it, something popped up. And it said, what we can learn from a village school in Kenya. And so I looked at it. And the man said to the teacher, so you mean they have access to all of all what we have up here, all the access to all the social media, but they're not addicted. Boom, that was like it just hit me. That's all I heard, and I closed it. I knew exactly where this was coming from. That's all. So this is how I get my topics. I do not go Googling it. That came. But listen to why I linked it to yesterday's seminar. So I did the seminar. And there are people there. And this amazing lady she said she was from China. And there were lots of people. So she was bold. She's bold. So she said to me, so we're talking, and then I have a question period at the end. So she said, this is my problem. She said, I cannot do anything I plan to do. So number one, when I am at a seminar like this, when somebody has to ask me a question, I ask them to stand up. Speak from your position of power. When you sit, you're crushing everything. So stand up to ask the question. So she stood up. Impeccable English, and she said to me, I have all these plans over here, but I cannot take action on them. And you're talking about taking action on watching how you spend your money, paying yourself first, watching what you spend at the dollar store. That is a trap with only one door, which is to give them money. I said, yeah. So then she said, I am addicted to the internet. Remember, the kids in Kenya had access to every solitary thing in the internet. You could see that. But she said they were not addicted to it. And she said, because I am so addicted to the internet, I am not doing any of the things that I'm supposed to do. You're an adult. She went on to say she has a business. And I can do a lot better, but I'm so addicted to TikTok and YouTube. And she's about 48 and all of this. And then I said, really? And before I knew it, hands went up. There were so many people there that said this. I said, okay, I get it. What are your questions? Because I can't stay here until midnight. So let's do this. Does your question reflect what her name was Eileen said? They said, sure. And all these people there now are unable to do what they desire to do in their life because they said they are addicted to the internet. So there is 2 stories in here, 2 lessons in here, 2 things I can share with you in there. And you have to remember, this is my take on it. We only get what we speak, nothing else. Watch your words. So she's already saying, I am. Those 3 letters, I don't know how to explain to you guys that come here every day that it's important for you to watch what follows I am. There is always another word in the English, the Spanish, whatever language you speak, to bring I am, to follow I am. There is always another way. I know that for sure. And that is so very important. And that is what we have to realize, that there is another way to express ourselves. And in so doing, we have to watch what follows I am. Hi Loretta, good morning everybody. How are you feeling? We crucify and we block our flow. Like I always said, we become the beaver in our river when we choose to use words that are disempowering. I say that all the time. This lady has decided that she's addicted to the internet. She decided that. If you say you are, then you are. I think that is in Think and Grow Rich. He said, if you say you are, then you are. If you say you can, you can. If you say you cannot, then you cannot. That is your words. And I keep saying, your words are a prophecy of your life. I make mistakes because we were trained to feel like that. We were trained to work like that. I am crushed all the time by others because I say I am extremely good at speaking. I believe that. Maybe not at the level that you want, but for me it works. I do it every day. I stress it every day. I take every opportunity to go speak. It doesn't matter where or when. Because I am an amazing motivational teacher. So if I am that, why should I not do it? But this lady decided she is addicted. And there were 15 other people that said that is what slows them down. Yet, we stay in our first world country with our first world problems. And we look down on Kenya. And the world is moving for this classroom. This woman is talking. These kids have everything you have in North America with social media, but they're not addicted. Why? Because they start their day with a plan. So each of you here have already had people in your lives that you'll say, well, why don't you do it at this time and do that at that time and go over here at this? And you're giving them all the tools to create a plan, and they said, I cannot be bothered to do that. I have no time. You don't understand. I have no time. And Jesus said, when you say you have no time, it's like you're going to tell the teacher the dog ate your homework. It's the adult version of the dog ate my homework. That's what he said. So if you have no time, you will have no time. Yet all we have is time. I asked them, how many minutes do you think is in a 24-hour day? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. 1,440 minutes makes a day. And you cannot spend enough time, grab some of that, to do the things you plan to do. Do you know where your time goes? You don't. But when I put, and I turn around and I work on a plan for her, show them, what do you want to do today? You can choose to write it down. You can choose to do it like that. You have only so much time per item, per task, per thing, per day. Anything you do a lot of in the day is the same result as a shower that is destroying the topsoil in a field. So if you saturate, yourself with putting a lot of emphasis on one thing today, and at the end of the day you fall and you just collapse. That's what happens to the trees when the hurricane comes. All that rain. Look at what happened in Spain. But if today you decide, I am only going to do this here, that there, and each time you do a this and you succeed at the this, you pause. And you job well done. I did it. And you do not need an audience to tell you. When I say I am doing something and I do it, I stop to say, good for you, Tessa-Marie. I'm glad you did it. And I put it in my gratitude journal. I am happy and grateful that I got to that seminar with 3 minutes to spare. Because my daughter told me I should have left at 15 minutes earlier. So, and take an earlier train. So when I realized I did it, so when I was doing my nighttime practice last night, I wrote in there, I'm happy and grateful I got to the seminar with 3 minutes to spare. I have to acknowledge that success. So you cannot just be that. You see, if you decide you are a hamster on a wheel, then guess what? You are going to crash. And when you crash, it will come from all corners and it will engulf you. Make a plan. And yes, you cannot always succeed on everything on the plan, but do not hold yourself to the guillotine and ask somebody to cut your neck because you didn't do all you were supposed to do. Do not look at the things you did not do. Concentrate on the things that you did and you did well. So we have to fix that. We must fix that. We have decided we are addicted to watching TV. She is addicted, and I said, well, what are you addicted with? Oh, I watch The Housewives. You should hear this thing. The men I like to watch the wrestling. I'm thinking, what do you do? And I did say that. I said, do you get times to shower? And they started laughing. I said, do you get time to eat? And one lady raised her hand and said, yes, I eat in front of the TV. And you know that is a no-no in my world. That's why I love Europe. You go to France, you go to Spain, wherever, but when they're eating. They're romancing every muscle that goes in their mouth. There is something about, and then they have a siesta, right? And then they have 6 weeks vacation, right? But they do that. And just stop and breathe. You did this. Take a break. Congratulate yourself. And keep going like this. And they say things to you when they're telling you all the things they're addicted to and they're left unattended. And the thing I stress is know who you are. Know how you feel. And do not be ashamed to stand up on your laurels. Do not be ashamed to say, I am a great mother. I am a fabulous wife. I am an amazing financial planner. Stop hiding and say things. Look, I'm not going to go there. I'll leave that alone. What I want to say is this. Your words are the prophecies of your future. Your words is what that takes you where you say you're wanting to go. If you use your words to say you're tired, then you're tired. If you say your words to say you have enough, then you will find you will have enough. So we have to make time to do the things. There are a lot we can learn from the internet. There are a lot of things I learn from there, but I do not spend hours scrolling. If something drops in my eyesight, I take a look at it because I believe in divine inspiration. If I am somewhere and a book falls, I pick it up. If I turn on my phone and it ends up on Mark chapter 1, then I read Mark chapter 1. That happens. But that doesn't mean I'm going to scroll for the rest of the day. We have to put effort into doing things, and it requires planning how to spend those 16 awake hours we have. 16. And you cannot spend 30 minutes and split it in 2 and do 15 minutes of decluttering and 15 minutes of washing the dishes because you are so fixated towards social media. And you then say, and you confirm it, and you prophesize it, and you own it. I am addicted to social media. Really? And you know that though, because she knew that was stopping her from doing her job. She knew that. She knew that. She had the audacity to tell me I own a business. Been there, done that. I own a ceramic studio in the late 70s, early 80s, and I worked at the bank and I taught at a high school ceramic. But that meant if you are an entrepreneur, it's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There is no holiday. You have to carve it out. You make plans and you have to stick to the plan. And you might break it a little, but you need to fix it. You get back on the horse. So you need to do the thing. I also did fashion design and drew them and made the pattern and designed them and sewed them and fitted them. All that. But every time it was a plan. I held on, and as it fitted my life, it worked well when the kids were in school to be at home sewing. It worked differently when I ran the studio. And then I decided it's time I wear clothes like the clothes I make for people. So I went to work for the bank, and here we are. So one of the reasons you have to do is have a plan. Have a plan to stop social media. You see, I don't believe in this. There's one thing I really don't believe in, is when you say, I'm off social media, and then you get back social media. I'm going to, just cut it off. Cut a little bit off. Because it is part of our world now. So if you find you're on it too often, cut back. But don't quit it, because you're going to miss it and you'll get back on it. So all of that is one big confusion in your body, mind, soul, and spirit. So you find you have too much time on social media. Now, let me tell you the secret of this. See, I always tell you that life and finance, they're parallel. There's no flipping difference. It's feast or famine. Life and life itself and financial things are the same. So when somebody tells me, I stop doing this, the first thing I said, what are you going to do to replace it? What are you going to use that time for? Is just something that is tugging at your heartstrings that you have ignored when you were busy doing this? And maybe now is the time that you have those hours. What are you going to do with these hours you on social media? Because if you cannot use them wisely, you might have well realized you just wasted some valuable time in your life. Tessa-Marie, Yuko did this. Tessa-Marie, I have a subscription for premium on YouTube, and I'm cutting it out. I have this and a subscription. I'm not paying. I'm going to go through the commercial. And then I said to Yuko, so what did you do with the money that you no longer gave to YouTube? Silence. I said, Yuko, you were very happy giving it to them for years, and now you don't know what you did with it? I said, why don't you put it in your vacation account? Why don't you put that money in your gift giving account? You finish paying for your car, and you have your car paid, and you're bored, my car free, and no debt on my car. What did you do with that money you were paying the bank for 4 years? What did you do with it last month? What did you do with it? Ask yourself that question. When did I go on a vacation? Planning. Where there are no planning, the people will suffer. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. My father drilled it in my head. So what I'm saying to you is that if you find you're addicted to internet, withdraw. But use that time to do needlecraft. I don't care. Use that time to read a book. Or cut down on the internet and take 3 things. Learn to play chess. Do something with that time that you know pull back. And I have time. But she couldn't put that time on her business. And the other people with similar circumstances. And we have to learn to fix it. It is not working for you, fix it. Do not go from one extreme to the other. Get in the middle and do the dance of life. Be good enough at this, a little better over here. The big change in the weather is never really pretty, is it? When the weather goes extremely hot, then it is too hot and you can only take off so much and all you have left is skin and you cannot get rid of that. When the weather goes cold, then it's too cold. When it's this and you're frightened, you're slippery, you're hanging back, right? So the point of it is, if you find you're addicted to something, do not expect to get rid of it right away. Everything to moderation. If you stop it, replace it with something else so you can fulfill your life. If I said to her, if you give up 1 hour in 15 minutes interval, it is better than giving 1 hour because you'll be agitated and you'll be like a drunk that needs the alcohol, or the drug person that is taking the drug that they gave them just to hurt their back because they hurt their back and now they're addicted to a painkiller that's harder than the one they started with. So if you say, I'm cutting back social media weekly and I'm taking an hour, well then you know what? Then make a plan. I need 15 minutes to declutter the closet, 15 minutes to do something, 15 minutes to sit and just muse. Look up the meaning of the word muse and do it. 15 minutes to write a note. Christmas is coming. Instead of rattling your brain looking for some gift to give somebody, send them a letter. Let them know how you feel about them. It is too late when they're in the coffin. So take your 15 minutes and do that. If you have a friend that cannot plan and has no goals, then buy my goal setting journal. Someone you know who is grateful, who is not grateful, buy the grateful and it will teach that person to be grateful. Instead of saying, I don't know what to give them. Give them something to enhance their life. Fix it. The friend, the person, the relative that keeps calling you to tell you to gossip or talk and it just puts you in the hole, give them something else. They need some help. Fix it. So let us fix it. It is not only you that is unable to do the things that you desire to do because you're doing something too much of one thing. So let us fix it. Give them a guide. Say, here it is. You're always saying that you have no time. Here is a goal setting journal. Put what you want to do in there. Write about it every day. When you do it, say, I did it. The person is complaining about life and everything in their world. They complain about the government. They complain about the family. They complain about their shoes. They complain about the cost of food. Give them a gratitude journal and say, hi. Use that and find things to be grateful for. It tells you that they will learn how to use it. And say, you know what? Be grateful. You can hear. Give them an idea. I got this book and I thought for you. I use it to never give somebody a gift. And you haven't said to them that you know what? I practice gratitude. I practice planning. And as I said, my talk for today did not come as early as it normally did because it was always there. It was always there. You know where I failed and I learned from my failure is in the moment when these 16 people had the same question and these were those that were bold to stand up and say they had that. At that time, I should have written it down. Talk about this. People who believe they're addictive to social media and they cannot do what they desire to do because they use the word I am. I am. These are 3 powerful letters. Watch what you're going to say. Listen to me. When you use I am in a positive tone, people are going to criticize you. They're going to they are going to tell you you're show off, you're this, you that. Why don't you shut up? They're going to tell you all of this, right? That's how they do it. But they do not understand the pull of the heartstring. If your heart says to you that you are a good seamstress, I am an amazing sewer. I love. Look at Nancy. She renewed an old quilt. How many people will do that? Take the time and resurface a quilt for someone, because that quilt had memories. She fixed it. And that's what I am saying. You do not have to wait for somebody to tell you you're good enough at what you do. You go out and you do a little bit every day. I don't talk all day. I talk for 30 minutes in the morning. But when someone calls me and says, Tessa-Marie, will you do this with me? I always say yes. In the days when more people were on Instagram and you want to do an Instagram with me, sure, I jump on. I don't expect everybody to like me, but I expect one person to value me, and that's me. You need to know your value. You need to know you are worthy to give yourself the best. You cannot serve from an empty cup. An empty cup full with social media, or full with gossip from your friend that you really don't want to hear it, but you see it coming and you go, I need to take it, I need to take it, I need to take it. No, you don't need to take it. You can let it go, because you are doing something else. So the same way like Eileen, I said you cannot sit there, Eileen, and wait for that to happen. You have to change. You have to step in the moment and do your best. Because you can only fix it when you decide to give it time. Give it a little bit of attention. Attention comes with an action, and action needs time. How much time are you going to give to improve yourself? How are you guys feeling this morning? Here I am. I'm back. So thank you so much for coming. Hi, Nancy and Stacey, I knew you were here. Georgie, I didn't see you. It wasn't moving. As you can see, that's what it went. Colleen, good morning. How are you feeling today? All of you wonderful people and my nephew. Thank you for hanging on. I don't know if it meant something to you, what I brought out today. So sometimes you can send a note and let me know, because it's nice to know that maybe somebody here needed to hear that. Yes, you're not the only one that feels that you're addicted to something that is taking over your entire life. So let's see who came back and see us here. So we're good. So I'll see you guys on the other side of time. No messages, nothing. Good morning from Georgie. Oh, hello, Miss Jean. Hello, Jean. I didn't take some time off because I was helping with the election. I know you did. So have a great day, everybody. And talk to you guys later. Okay, see you later. I cannot get out of this thing. Oh, God, help me. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Here we go. I did it. And there's more people coming in at this time, so I have to say hello to all of you. Hello, Diney, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And tomorrow I have at 11:59. You know I come 1 minute early. I do the YouTube channel. I don't know what the topic is, but it's always something to love yourself or love somebody else. Have a great day.